Trisha, come on in and welcome to the Frontrunners.
Thank you.
You will see this orange chair. That's our Frontrunners chair, and that is for you.
I will sit in this chair.
Trisha, welcome to the show. I'm really happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Is such a different and unique kind of film. Did you know that you were onto something special during the 12 years that you were filming it, or did it take seeing the finished product to appreciate how great it is?
I actually knew it was going to be an incredible experience and special movie when Rick first called me. I had a 12-year-old at the time. My son was 12, and I'd seen how fast his childhood had gone by, and I wanted to see that in a movie.
When you think back to earlier parts of your career, was there a moment when you realized that you could do important things with acting?
Well, there was a moment in my career where I decided I needed to really throw myself into my work. This is the big moment that changed my life.
Wow.
I was 20 years old. Look, he's smiling. A little Ewok in there. Yeah, this is us when he was a little bit older. But I was a really young mom.
Yeah.
I loved acting, but I really loved being in love more. My priority was really my boyfriend and making a little apartment for us. And as soon as I had him, I actually realized I need to succeed. I have someone else I have to make a living for, put through school, buy diapers, get to the doctor's office. His dad and I broke up when he was 2 months old, and suddenly I was a single mom, pretty much a teenage mom. I still couldn't buy beer. And I thought, I have all these adult feelings, and I really don't have anywhere to put them. Because when I'm playing with him, I'm singing him ABCs. Where do I put all these feelings? So that changed things for me, the way that I looked at my work.
So at that point, you had done some films and TV shows. Did you find yourself being better prepared then when you would go in for auditions? What changed?
I got my first incredible part right before I found out I was pregnant. I got offered Last Exit to Brooklyn, which was like an amazing star-making part, real acting, intense role, really different. In the movie, my character gets raped. In the movie, my character gets like beaten and raped, and it's really a brutal ending. I'd never had a baby before, and I thought, I don't want to go through this while I'm pregnant. Emotionally, your body doesn't really know the difference between, cut and action. You're still thinking the same thoughts. You're getting hysterical. All of these things are happening in your body, and I just wanted to have my baby. So I turned the movie down, which was really a hard decision to make. But I felt like I really needed to choose my son at that time, and I didn't know if I was gonna have a career. So when I started going back to try to get a job after I had him, I wasn't getting the parts. So I went to this place here on Sunset, and I got a waitressing job, and I was like, no, I don't have that much experience, but I'm smart, I'm good with people, I learn fast, I got a kid to feed, I really need this job, and yeah, I want to be an actress, but I don't know if that's gonna work out. And they gave me the waitressing job. I was supposed to start on Tuesday, and then I got a phone call that I got a movie, so I called them. I was like, thank you for the job, but I actually got a movie, and thank you. They were so happy for me and so sweet.
Wow. So your son is now 25.
Yeah, he'll be 26 next month.
What does he think about everything that's happened to you, and does he know that it was him that was really the impetus for you to step it up?
I know I've told him before, and I've talked about that before, that being a mom was really pivotal for me, and I don't think I would be successful had I not been a mom at that age. Usually, I don't talk about my work to my kids or show them my work, but he watched it and he said, you did a good job, Mom.
Oh, that's nice. That's probably better than any review you read.
I'm telling you, because at first, when he was going to see it, he said, did you embarrass me? I don't know. I hope I didn't. We'll see.
Well, speaking of being a memorable mom, I want to take a look at a great scene from Boyhood. We're going to watch it together with these remotes in our hands.
Okay.
And we can pause it and dissect key moments. So this is a scene near the end where your character is saying goodbye to her son, Mason, as he's going off to college. And it has kind of a surprising emotional effect on her. So let's take a look and we'll talk about it.
This is the worst day of my life.
What are you talking about?
I knew this day was coming. I didn't know you were going to be so happy to be leaving.
What I love about this dynamic between the two of them is that it's the son consoling the mom.
Her response is very different than my personal response was in life, but a lot of it had to do with, part of it was inspired by Ethan's mom saying the next thing was her funeral, and our producer, Kathleen Sutherland, told her daughter it was the worst day of her life.
Oh, that's great to hear where all those lines come from. I love it. Well, let's keep watching.
I mean, it's not that I'm that happy. What do you expect?
You know what I'm realizing? My life is just gonna go like that. This series of milestones.
So she's having a eureka moment, but it's not a good eureka moment.
Our life cycle as human beings is incredibly fast, and you've seen these kids grow up in 2 hours. You've seen these adults become middle-aged people in front of your eyes, and it will be gone in a blink.
Yeah, here's some more.
Getting married, having kids, getting divorced. The time that we thought you were dyslexic. When I taught you how to ride a bike.
Their dad was a great dad. He loved them. He cared about who they were as people. She had a lot of resentments against him for things he didn't do. But these little specific moments of fear in your child, she as a mom teaching him how to ride a bike, not his dad, because his dad wasn't around at that time because he had a newborn and other things were priority at that time. This whole little moments, it's not the giant things. It's not your wedding day. It's not your graduation day. It's the little moments in between, these little things we do with each other that stay.
Yeah, it's crazy to see her sum up a life in one kind of monologue list like this.
Getting my master's degree. Finally getting the job I wanted. Sending Samantha off to college. Sending you off to college.
Do you think the reason you were able to create such a lived-in, natural performance is because you did play her for over a 12-year span?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a big part of it. I think also because I am a mom and because I sent my son off to college before we shot this scene. But we did have this history with each other for so long.
It shows. Here's the last bit of the scene.
You know what's next? Huh? It's my fucking funeral!
And what I love about that moment is how seamlessly you're able to change the mood from sadness and self-pity to anger. But that must have been the fun of it, all the different emotions in a short period of time, right?
Yeah, but also hard. That was the last scene I shot. Wow. So there was some real elements of goodbye and a completion and a finishing of things. Now, I already knew as a mom that, yeah, even though part of you feels like that at that moment, they call you a week later and say, I didn't pack socks, or where do you buy milk?
That's in Boyhood 2, the sequel, Manhood. Do you feel like this movie changed your outlook on life as much as it's changing the outlook on life of people who watch it?
It's just beautiful to see the way that people feel about this movie. It broke all the rules, not just chronologically as far as being able to shoot a movie, you know, the tiny budget, $4 million movie over 12 years, but Rick broke all the rules as far as dramatic storytelling all the way along the way. And I think the success of it might tell studios, you don't know what people like. People like a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But it seems to be resonating deeply for people the same way it really did for us in making it.
Well, it's a fascinating movie. I love the scene that we talked about, and it's such a fantastic performance by you. Congratulations on it. If you haven't seen Boyhood, make sure you go out and see it. And thanks so much for watching Fandango Frontrunners. Patricia, to say thank you for being here, we have made you your own Patricia Arquette in Boyhood Fandango gift card.
Thank you very much.
And thanks again for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for doing that. I don't think anyone will recognize us or take it.
Follow me, we're gonna take a quick photo.
Let's go.
But watch your head.
What about this one?
Okay, wait, hold on. 3, 2, 1.
That's it.
Thanks so much.